9 to 5 workers versus streamers debate. Which is harder? I mean, being a streamer is very hard work. You guys don't understand. It is very hard work.
How are you gonna disrespect your mom like that,
she
dude?
is right now.
You're gonna disrespect your mom and say that your work is harder? That is so rude.
All right, can I talk? Can I talk? Listen, so your whole
So
thing.
it's dangerous.
Listen, bet.
Your
Just
job
chill,
isn't
chill.
dangerous. You would have to actually
Saying bet, by the way.
have to go to work.
No. Being a streamer in FaZe is really hard, bro. Like, I gotta wake up. I gotta take Ritalin, even though I don't have ADHD, just so I can focus, because I've been smoking so much weed. It's really hard, bro. You don't get it.
Went to school, and still...
And paid rent?
Yes, I still worked.
That's your choice.
You're high. You're hungover.
You guys are playing video games. I play video games on my spare time.
I don't even enjoy streaming anymore.
What's up? How's it going?
Same old different day.
Mail carrier.
All right, so my argument here...
And one, Lacey. Lacey's cultivated a substantial multi-platform audience with nearly 1.5 million Twitch followers, over 1 million on Insta, 2.3 on TikTok, approximately 217 on X. So he's got the most amount of followers on TikTok. So
Lamar Jackson edit.
How does that work?
You just take your hand like this, and then you go like this onto the camera.
I got it.
They're saying that was the wrong hand, Nick. They want you to cover.
there's no video game references, no Breaking Bad references. I don't get it. It's too normie for me anyways.
Is that streaming and social media creation is harder than a 9 to 5?
Facts.
Nah, it's not facts, bro. 9 to 5 is way harder, homie.
Why do you say that?
Because you gotta get up every motherfucking day, go to the motherfucking bullshit job, and slave for fucking pennies.
See, that's the thing is you're right. You get
That
up
was
every day,
copyright?
you go through the motions.
It was like 5 seconds. It's fine.
You don't have these, you know.
Nah.
Maybe you sign a few envelopes, answer a few phone calls. With streaming and social media creation, you have to be on your game 24/7. It's like a switch that never
when you're a
turns
mail
off.
carrier, I'm
You know for a fact this is all their parents. They got invited for this as well.
a mail carrier, and I'm gonna tell you something, man. I get treated like shit every motherfucking day.
We
I'm
have to
still
deal with
slaving
thousands,
every day.
tens of thousands of
Bullshit.
people critiquing every little thing we do, every
Man.
decision we make, every thought we
You
have.
guys got it made, man. I wish I had it made like y'all.
We don't have to sign a few envelopes and put them in a mailbox.
Man,
we
you
have
got
to
it
be,
gravy, bro.
What's the next trend?
Because
What's the
the
next
shit I
idea?
go through every
Oh my
day.
God, I have to stream today.
I got dogs that want to bite my ass
And
every
you have
day.
lunch breaks. You have lunch breaks. We don't have breaks. We're on 24/7. You got high energy.
I get this is rage bait, but holy cringer.
24/7.
I wish I could be at home like you and get back and get paid big money.
We're not even at home. We're walking around.
Man,
We're walking
I
around
wanna
doing
do
things,
all of
going
that
to
because
parties, doing
the
all this
shit
stuff.
I gotta slave just for not even 100,000 a year. I gotta work double overtime. Bullshit.
Okay, what about this?
The devs got a nerf streaming. Yeah, they gotta add some battle pass or something. There's too many people doing it now.
Guaranteed to get paid.
He makes a point. With the chasing trends, like, yeah, sure. But
You have a
No, I'm not.
steady rate.
If I don't work, I don't get paid. It's simple as that.
Yeah, but you have a guaranteed pay.
Guaranteed pay if you.
what you guaranteed pay? Like, you're all sucking off FaZe. Like, what would you like? You're more secure than that guy is. What are you on about?
That's your decision if you don't want
I
to work.
gotta work at the job for
If
years.
I don't go live, I don't
just
get paid
to
either.
collect.
We don't got to deal with people spamming.
Like, that guy could be let off by an exec that he's never met in his life. If these guys get let go, they go, FaZe Banks, please. Please let me back in, please.
Yes, we have people in the chat and L's. Oh, this is boring. We don't like this video. We have to create.
Spamming L's in chat.
Pyro's chat be like, play FNAF, you coward. But when he does eventually play it, they'll just spam the bed emoji and keep
Oh
making the
my
most
true.
unfunny donos
Oh
imaginable
my
over it.
true.
Don't lie, chat. I know you'll do
Oh my true. Holy true, bruh. Who made that dono? Give me butter, you are based. Dude, it's so true. I'll play FNAF and then they'll say it's boring. And then they'll be like, oh, I'm leaving the stream. Bye, guys. Bye, guys. So true. I didn't make that dono. No, it's not a self-dono. Nah, bro. Like, they got you there with that. That's wholly true. Like, genuinely. You will glaze FNAF and then as soon as I play it, did it come out in like 2016? Oh, this game's like so boring. Oh, what are you doing?
Imagine you have to be high energy. Oh, hey guys, how's it going? You guys like this stream?
Dude, I gotta read the donos every couple of seconds. It's very difficult. It's very difficult. Thank you, Azzy, for the 2.
That's me 24/7.
Play System Shock? I would love to.
I'd rather do that.
So why don't you become a streamer?
Man, that's what I want to do. F that. F this 9 to 5 shit.
If streaming is so easy, how come every single person in this seat is not a streamer?
People are lazy. They want to put in the work.
That's their fault.
I get called fat all the time.
Oh, so what? I get called fat and chubby. All my homeboys call me chubby, fat, whatever.
That's your homeboys, though. I'm gonna keep it.
Also, this is a really unfair debate, bro. It's like one guy against like 7 of them all being able to interject.
Yeah, and you right, homeboy, you right. But check this out. My nigga, I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna go out there and get that bag.
I think she's got something she wants to say.
Oh my gosh, wait, we're seeing flags.
Unfortunately, these flags are actually useless. We decided to use a timer instead because we suck at explaining things.
Great argument for streamers there. Don't even know how a flag system works. Like that attention deficit, they don't even know about putting your hand up when you want to speak in school. None of them are streamers. No, I recognize a couple of them.
So you raised your flag. Is there a reason you did that?
Yeah, because I was actually a cook for 15 years. So that means for 15 years, I had to get up practically every day, get dressed, go to work, and I had to deal with not only adults, but I also had to deal with children.
We deal with children every day, too.
We deal with
Buddy, we know it's FaZe Clan. No one over 12 is watching that. Come on, bruh.
tens of thousands of children and adults.
The Lacey Thugs are...
He had to say and adults as a cope. Yeah, sure, okay.
Do you not know who the Lacey Thugs are?
I can't go out in public without 10 kids coming up asking for a picture. You know how hard that is in a life?
Isn't that special?
I gotta take a moment out of my day to get a picture with someone. Oh my god.
Difficult.
How long do you think this is going to last?
Forever.
You think this is going to last?
I remember these kids coming up to me in Stockholm and they wanted a picture. Really nice guys, genuinely really nice. One of them was wearing my merch. They all look like they listen to Blade though. So if I see you in public and you look like you listen to Blade, if you've got the type, I'm just gonna avoid you.
Forever?
I hope so. You just proved my point for me. I don't have that security that's going to last forever.
A 9-to-5 job is generally more secure than streaming because it offers steady income, benefits, legal protection, while streaming is unpredictable, highly competitive, and income depends on viewer support and algorithms. Cope. But you're implying that the 9-to-5 is stable. You're implying that they don't just change like contracts and stuff last minute. Streaming, I will say streaming is higher risk, high reward. Definitely. 99% of people that become a streamer, probably more, will not make it. 100%. I mean, here's a good example, right? Here's a really good example. So, on Twitch, when I stream on Twitch, every stream I make on Twitch, I make about $50. I'm not even joking. And if I'm streaming for like, if I stream for about 7 hours and I get $50, I think that's like, what is that? That's like, I think that's below minimum wage, I think. Like, obviously, you know, we turn it into videos. We've got, you know, the TTS as well.
You have that security of, oh, I have a job, I have a degree, I have this. This could end for me tomorrow.
Hypothetically, if you all of a sudden, you lost all your followers, what would you do?
I know he'll
I would go to Daddy FaZe Banks and cry to him.
do.
Daddy Banks, please. Please.
No, I'm asking
Trigger
him.
warning.
I'm asking him. What would you
Job.
do if you lost completely all your youth?
Oh my god, that was about as unfunny as a that was terrible. That was actually up there as unfunny as a joke you guys would make in chat. Like this guy on the right, this is like Pyro viewer in chat right now, making a joke that he thinks everyone's just gonna lose their minds over.
All your followers. What would you do?
I know what he'll do. Get up.
No, I'm asking
Trigger
him.
warning.
I'm asking
Keep
him.
bullying
What
you.
would you do? If you lost completely all your YouTubers, you had nothing. No one watched you anymore.
Thank you, Flaming, for the 5. I got laid off twice with 0 warning, both times despite having a master's degree in the field. What the fuck security are these people talking about? Yeah, they're rage baiting. It's obvious. It's just like their parents or something. But they're probably being half genuine as well.
I didn't even watch.
Dude, it's really hard. I gotta play Warzone and not say anything every 10 minutes. And I get 12k viewers concurrent.
You anymore. What would you have to do? You would have to actually go to work.
Oh
my God, did I just cuss at you?
Wait, work? Job? I go smoke weed at work?
if I did lose all my followers, I would probably buy a couple houses and start my real estate empire.
Okay, so then you would have to actually go to work. You would actually have to go to the office.
And I would think that would be a much easier job than streaming.
You gotta go into your setup though and sit in front of studio lights and read the chat and be interactive.
But no, he lost everybody. He lost everybody. He has no followers.
They are dabbling in irony a lot, but they're also being half genuine, and that really hurts.
Whatsoever. He would have to turn around.
You're proving my point.
You would have to turn around.
You're proving my point on why this is harder, because I could lose it all tomorrow.
Yeah, but you could lose it tomorrow.
You can.
Let's say you're
Off isn't out yet, I don't think. Not the remake.
you're a cook, right? Let's say you got fired. You have hundreds of people lined up. You can go cook over here, cook over there.
You could be a private chef.
You could be a private chef. Exactly. I don't have that security.
I was a cook in the school system. I cooked all frozen food.
But you still cook. You still cook. You go cook for another school.
I think I saw a flag right here.
Flags. I see red flag.
Honestly, you know how we kill off all the streamers? Bruh, shut down Uber Eats and DoorDash for a month. They would all starve to death. Praise the Lord! Like, I swear, if you did that, they would not know how to function and they would starve to death.
I'm gonna have to backlight. Yo, Lacey, this is the truth.
I think something you guys aren't taking into account. Say we get a brand deal, I gotta post on an Instagram story. I gotta go find the 4 local cans. I gotta make sure, I get the 4 local can. And
Not to mention,
You have to do work. That's what we have to do.
it ruins our Twitter impressions too.
I gotta tag them.
And then that goes into falling off.
My name is Rhonda. I'm a registered.
One thing that they made a point there, it is kind of true and it's kind of funny. YouTubers, like, I feel that viewers are very good at when sniffing out when a video is a sponsor. You'll always see when a video flops on a YouTuber's channel, it's always because it's a sponsor.
From the South.
Piggy, have you played
35 years ago.
Look up Judge Dredd versus Death NPCs. I played the game, moron. You know about the fat person that's too fat so they use a wheel? I've seen it. Laugh now.
I decided to go to nursing school because I wanted to be a creative, I thought. I loved fashion, I loved acting, I loved singing. But in the South, whole lot of racism. Back in the 60s and the 50s, people didn't give a rat's ass if you created something, and they wouldn't support your business. So yes, a 9 to 5 is much harder business.
There's something really bad about her talking about racial segregation, and you've got an example of it, and then there's just a FaZe clan logo in the corner.
So yes, a 9 to 5 is much harder. I had to work 7 to 3, 7
I do want to hear the cope they're going to make to get out of this one.
a.m. to 7 p.m. I had to support my daughter.
Rhonda,
You get
Rhonda,
spoiled.
can I ask you a question?
Nope.
Have you ever done it?
I just cuts him off, based.
Spoiled. You get spoiled and your mama and daddy keep giving it to you.
Rhonda, I got a
did
question for Rhonda.
I
got a
did
question for Rhonda. Rhonda, have
Yes.
you ever done a subathon?
What's a subathon?
30
Dead ass.
days
as one of your
straight.
fans?
A day.
Day and night. No break.
We all streamed.
That ain't even healthy.
You're talking about
Is it actually Hug Bees? Surely he wouldn't make a dono. He'd just type in chat, right?
working 7 to 3. You have 2 30-minute breaks throughout that. You get to go home afterwards, see your family, relax.
No, you don't get it. Subathons are really hard. I gotta sleep, and then my mods that don't get paid, they have to entertain chat. You don't get it. It's really hard, guys.
We were on camera 30
It's
days
really
straight. No
hard.
personal
You're a registered
to
nurse.
have-
When did you get a break? You clean boo-boo?
When have you ran a 3-minute ad?
You
When have
clean
you
up
ever ran? You
vomit,
never ran a 3-minute
You
ad.
pass trays. You short-handed.
Are you Malia for the 5 months?
Oh my God.
Now keep.
It's fake
Think
on
about
social
this.
media.
Think about this. Imagine
Sure.
every little person we
It's bait. I know it's bait. I'm still gonna play into it anyway.
call them parasocial.
They definitely would be partly genuine though as well.
They judge your relationships. You can't go out to dinner or have a girl take a picture in your car without them finding out and judging
got
you
caught with
based
my
on it.
ex
I
in
got caught with
public.
my ex, and I got treated like I was a pedophile for it.
But mental health. When you stop caring about what people think and what they say about you, do you. Do you. And that's
Yeah, the entire video gives off the energy of the worst first world problems imaginable.
that's a big problem with younger people. You care about what people think. Social media, what they say about you.
That's our job.
FaZe should mention that trying to get a streamer to play 5 Nights at Freddy's 1 is harder than a 9 to 5 job.
Absolutely beyond rent free. I said I'm playing it tomorrow.
You said you're a nurse, right?
35 years.
What do you think's harder? 24-hour open surgery, like when you're helping with, the doctor, et cetera, or a 24-hour stream?
24-hour open surgery.
Oh, brother.
Short-handed.
We're saving thousands. You're saving one.
Who are you saving, bro? You're probably just keeping them off the iPads that don't play Roblox.
All right, so you said 30-day subathon, right?
Yep.
My argument is that you guys, none of you guys actually did any of the work during that, and it was all your filmers, your
part of the
editors,
FaZe team?
your producers. All these people back here are the ones doing the work. You guys just show up and have fun.
Oh. Very good claim here. Very good claim. How will they cope?
Didn't do anything.
It's a group project.
No, because here's the thing.
Well, that's bad takes.
That's bad takes. That's bad takes. That's bad takes.
They wouldn't have any work.
He taps him on the shoulder. He's like, do we need to get FaZe back down here? I don't know what to say next, guys.
If it wasn't for us, though.
I would even.
Wait, what was the own?
That's bad takes. That's bad takes.
They wouldn't have any work if it wasn't for us, though.
I mean, they would, though. Like, do you know how many streamers are churned out every single day? They would find work.
I would even go.
Well, I could let everyone on my team that edits for me and helps me with videos, I could let all of them go right now, and they would definitely all find work because they're all very talented.
As far to say as every person in this room, we keep them employed as well. Because here's the thing, we get sponsors
I'm your boss, owned. That is literally the card they pulled.
from these companies that have 9-to-5s, right? These companies, hold on. These companies are not viable without influencers to push the brand and keep them in
You know it's rage bait? No, I had no idea, actually. I'm taking all of this very seriously.
business.
Have you ever worked a real job?
No.
So how would you
See,
know?
I have worked a real job.
What was your real job?
I worked 8 months. I worked a double. I worked Walmart and Panera at the same time for a year.
She's laughing, bro. She's making me mad. I actually feel like they're wrong.
Stable Ronaldo streams are high energy and entertaining, often featuring Fortnite gameplay and reactions and interactive moments with fans. Known for his humor and loud personality, he keeps his audience engaged with constant commentary and viral clips. On Twitch, he boasts around 4 million followers, averages 23,000 views per stream. That's a lot of bots. That's crazy. No, of course it's Fortnite. You want to get over 10k concurrent? Bro, you're playing Fortnite or Warzone. That's it.
Hi, I'm Chris.
All right, Chris.
I have seen people that get recommended to me on YouTube that are streaming, and they have like they've got like 100k subs, and they get like 20,000 concurrent viewers just because they're playing Warzone.
Why do you think a 9-to-5 job is not harder than what you do?
Well, you're guaranteed to pay.
Guaranteed to pay.
Yeah.
And that
I'm guaranteed to pay. Like you idiots that keep giving me $10.
makes it harder.
Yeah. No, it makes it easier for you.
Okay, it was a joke. It was a joke.
Makes it easier because we have a guaranteed pay.
100%.
Like I'm saying I'm going to stream FNAF tomorrow, and I won't. I will stream FNAF tomorrow. Okay, I will stream FNAF tomorrow. That was an intrusive thought.
About raises.
Makes it easier for 9-to-5 people to have a job because their pay is
Yeah,
guaranteed.
when you go to work every day, everyone's
So you're
like,
basing the ease of a job just on somebody getting paid regularly? Is that what you...
well, let's just say that comes to perspective. If you say someone who works food, if you're someone who works a doctor, it's obviously different. But if you're talking abroad, 9-to-5, someone who doesn't need a degree, yeah, it's way easier than being a streamer.
How so?
Well, it's because you're guaranteed and you don't need any crazy knowledge. You don't need to go to school for most jobs, like certain things like a 9-to-5. If you wanted to go work at Foot Locker,
Getting L's in your chat is harder than having your patient die at work.
I could go to Foot Locker, apply, and then next thing you know, I'm selling shoes for pay every single hour.
So according to you, a job is easier or harder based on the guaranteed pay? That's one.
What is with the finger clicking? I know like neurodivergent people do that when they want to clap because it's like it's not a sensory overload.
One aspect of it.
Working
right?
at Foot Locker, working at a job like Panera or wherever Lacey is easier than a streamer. Yes, because a streamer you have to come up with ideas. You have to stay.
No, you don't. What are you, bruh? Am I gonna boot up Fortnite today, or am I booting up Warzone? Shut up. Yo, what? It's really difficult, guys. I have to choose between 2 games. Oh my god.
Irrelevant.
Oh, we're talking about ideas now. Okay,
Yeah,
we're talking about pay.
Okay, so what do you want to start with though? But it doesn't make. But you're not even. You're not even. You keep switching it. So why don't you answer my question?
I'm not switching anything.
You know, you 100% are. Yeah. So how is it harder if you're guaranteed to pay? I worked for 4 years of streaming. I didn't make $1.
Well, what's your definition of hard? That's the thing. It's like what
stuff
is
that
difficult.
you need creativity. You need to get out of your circle.
You need to go to LA and then go to all the weed parties and just network. It's very difficult. You got to talk to people when they're stoned about like trying to get in on their company.
You need to be able to actually make people believe what you believe in the sense of like, oh, this is good content. Do you watch any TV shows?
Well, this guy's fallacies completely fell flat on its head because my fan base absolutely hates me, but they still watch me.
YouTube.
Okay, you watch YouTube? So it's the same thing.
You don't believe a thing I say, but yet you're all still here.
So the people that you're entertained by are the people like us, just for a different audience.
That's true, but you're talking about entertainment as a job. We could talk about entertainment.
This is entertainment,
as a job.
but this is.
Dude, when I was applying for my Australian visa, you couldn't even put entertainment. I had to say I was part of the arts. Like I did arts. Like what?
Entertainment.
But my question to you is why?
Absolutely.
So do you truthfully, you can sit here and think that working at like a
Losing 1K viewers when switching from reaction content to gameplay is the same as performing CPR on an unconscious person.
Foot Locker or something like that. I'm just using that because that's the best example. Is harder than a
He's spitting. He's spitting.
streamer.
It depends on what you are saying the word hard means to you. Because
In the sense of everyday activity. Because some
hard...
people around here said, oh, I got to wake up at 7 a.m., 8 a.m. Oh,
yeah.
Okay, we have to do the same thing.
Sure.
Some people do that.
And you deal with yourself.
No, we deal with millions
when
of people.
you're creating that content and you have your phone, you're dealing with you and yourself in that phone.
Okay, so what happens?
You're not dealing with
not true.
And you're not
That's not true at
with,
all. I have an editor that I pay who relies on me. If I stop doing any type of content, he loses
So when
a job.
you go to your job, when you go to work, rather than punching a card, you pick up your phone or you turn on a camera.
Okay, so when you punch the card, let's say, who's above you? Your boss, right? What happens if he just takes the business and he says, oh, we're not doing it anymore? You lose your job.
If the work is picking up a phone or turning on a camera as opposed to going in with a bunch of people and having to multitask tasks you have to do throughout your shift and deal with your coworkers and interpersonal thing. Tell me how much you do of that stuff while you are actually doing your job for however many number of hours that you are talking and typing and shitting and eating and all that stuff that everybody's watching you do.
Go ahead.
No, but there's actually a mental aspect.
I understand that.
More camaraderie. Like you got a group of people, like friendships, relationships, which is the most important thing in life. So do you build that with your coworkers and stuff like that?
Sorry, bye. See you later.
Based Father Christmas. Yeah, I didn't really get the argument they were making there, like either side. It was just like, you know, comparing the security of the job. But I wouldn't say a real job has any more security than streaming. 45 minutes of pure rage bait. Oh no, absolutely. Absolutely.
So, I mean,
like they're so obviously doing it for a bit, but they probably half believe it as well.
Angelina, and I work as an executive assistant.
You're right. You're right. She's right. She's right. She's right. I'm not gonna lie. She's
All right, so you guys were talking about the mental aspect, and I thought that was really interesting because as someone who works a 9 to 5, technically it's a 10 to 6, but I still have to clock in a certain amount of time. I come home, I'm too tired to cook. Fortunately, I have a beautiful girlfriend that does all of that stuff for me when I get home, but if I didn't, I would have to cook for myself and get to bed in time and wake up in time to commute back to my job. You guys talk
Turn the bank's bummers off.
about how it's hard because there's
less of that in chat, less of that.
Aspect. And I understand as someone who's been on social media a lot that you get
How long
berated.
have you been on social media? Just to get broad.
So I actually did content creation starting at the age of 14. When I moved to LA, I gained like 10,000 followers off the bat, and I was very young, and I started working with different brands.
Okay. Why did I imagine us saying I gained 10,000 pounds? I'm cooked.
Totally
I'm ill.
Aspect. It's just that you guys can afford to say, hey, I'm gonna go wherever for 2 weeks, and that can be content, that can be your job.
Well, yeah, when you go traveling as well, you can literally, as long as you have, bro, like when I go to Australia, when I move to Melbourne, I might not have internet for the first week. I can just do slot videos on my phone, get a good microphone, hook that up, go to an internet cafe, upload. Like it is such a free form job.
and you actually get to relax and travel the world and have other
So you're
opportunities.
just saying a lot of points.
There's no relaxation.
Just so I can answer a couple.
Mm-hmm.
So you were saying like to go back to the beginning, you were saying like you can manage like your time with like relationship. Was that correct? Like you.
I do. The only compromise I'll make with these guys is like when you're a YouTuber, if you really want to like, you know, grind, you technically can't have time off, because whenever you're having time off, you're losing out. That could be a game that's come out, or that could be another streamer's like putting more hours in than you, that kind of thing. But you just have to make your own hours. You know, it's like why I always say I'm going to stream every day, then I don't. You know, I'm trying to actually get better at that, like kind of have a day off in between. Because I always think to myself, all or nothing. It's like I have to do 7 days or nothing at all. And then I can't do 7 days. I just crash. Like yesterday, I went on a run. I think I did like a 5 or a 10K. And then I got back and I was just rotten. I was like, bro, I got no energy. So I literally just played video games, dude. I was so tired. But then because I had that day off, I came back today. I recorded 3 videos and a sponsor. Had some meetings, and then obviously streaming as well.
You have your girlfriend when you go home, like.
I fortunately have a support system, but I every day like ask myself how I would have been able to do it without.
I didn't goon. I just explained what I did.
So you said 14 you started. I started at 16. For about 3 years, I was making money, and it slowly went super up, and then all of a sudden it went down, right? Yeah. I lost everything, fell off completely. About to kill myself. Real story. This is a real story. This isn't a joke. Why are you smiling?
We've all been there. Every 9-to-5 worker has been there.
So
That's
going
why.
back to what you said, how you have a support system. I moved across the country from my parents at the age of 19, lived alone in an apartment, was paying a certain amount of money every single month, and I was losing money. I wasn't making enough money to pay my, like I had money in my bank for my rent, but I wasn't making more than my rent.
Yeah.
So I was losing.
You were in the red every month.
I was in the red every single month. Girlfriend broke up with me at the time, so alone across the country.
Notice the boomer just making fun of her in the background, just snapping her fingers.
So it's like when you're alone too and everything's going down, where's my support system?
I don't like why she's laughing, bro.
Okay, so I have a question. You said that for the first 4 years you started streaming, you had no income. How are you able to survive?
I lived with my mom. I was 16.
So that to a certain extent is privilege.
That's privilege?
It is.
But my mom.
Are you afraid of huntsmans? I will be living in a $3 million penthouse apartment. I won't be worried about huntsmen.
How's that privilege?
It's privilege because you have the support system to have a place to live.
Well, at 15, 16, I would hope I have parents that would live with me.
Yeah, but a lot of people don't, and they have to take 9
That's
to
a whole
5s.
different discussion. So a lot of people don't have houses.
A lot of
when
people
they working
don't
9 to
have
5s?
families that support them or accept them.
But that's a whole different conversation. What does that have to do with the 9 to 5?
Because they still need to survive. So the fact that you
ban the guy. Stupid asshole. Ban the guy saying elephant seal build. The Elon Musk one I'll tolerate, not that one. Ban him.
So how did you move to LA?
I
No
moved
way,
across the
hello
country as
Elon
well
Musk.
with my mom and I.
What are you doing here, lol? Give me a Tesla.
I'm looking for my wife, Grimes.
Do you not think that's privileged?
I mean, we moved into a 1-bedroom in Santa Monica and shared a trundle bed, so.
Okay, well, I was reselling shoes to afford my mom's mortgage and everything.
I get it. I've definitely helped my family out in times where I was able to, but I also had to have my family support me in order.
I don't believe that he didn't struggle just because he's a streamer. I genuinely believe everything he's saying about the struggle, not making rent, being like borderline suicidal. Like, I'm not invalidating that at all. But, you know, it's the end game with these people is always just to go to LA and just network as much as they can so they can't fall off.
For me to have certain opportunities to make money in the first place. So if you didn't have content creation, what would you be doing?
It's a great question. I don't know, because I didn't set my goals that way.
You're only 16 minutes in. I'm getting I'm getting unfunny donos every 7 seconds, bro. How do you and then if I don't acknowledge them, they start crying.
Set up my life to that. I know I would do what I want to do. If we all got paid the same every single month, let's say just in simple terms, we all got paid $100,000 a month, a crazy amount of money. Would you guys still, truthfully, I'm asking a serious question, would you guys say that all of our jobs are harder than each other, truthfully?
Yeah, if she was a nurse, she had to go to medical school for years just to be able to have her
But
foot
she
in the
knew
door.
that she was getting security because she was going to be a nurse, correct?
Not secure.
How is it not secure if you?
How would you be secure if you get a nurse? They're working jobs that have been around for like hundreds of years, and there's a set base pay. Streaming is such a more experimental job. Like, the security is about the same, I would say. You know, it's like the position I'm in, like doing YouTube. I got, like me doing YouTube, I got incredibly lucky. Okay, like, because I hate when YouTubers give a method on how they've made it, or how streamers give a method on how they make it. Oh, just persevere, bro. Get up 6 a.m., do a 10K run, grind set. I got lucky. Everyone that is big right now on the internet got lucky. They either leached or they were at the right place at the right time. Genuinely. There is effort that goes in there, 100%. There is effort, definitely. But if I wasn't doing those funny little MLG videos when I was like 16, 17, like, I would not be here. I have no idea what job I'd have.
Nothing's secure.
Nothing's secure. You just proved my point. But you just proved my point.
No job is secure, but content creation gives you the ability to have those savings.
It's always, people get big because there's a gap in the market. But the problem is now there's less and less of a gap because everyone wants to be a YouTuber or a streamer.
To have an audience. And
I want to put on... Guys, I want to put on some Trump videos and raise my eyebrows.
even if you do lose all your followers one day, even if
Let's
you
say I
lose,
lost it all tomorrow.
you still have residuals of your previous viral videos, even if people are
Probably has investments in crypto as well.
hating on you and shitting on you, that's still adding
You were leeching off Charlie for most of your career. Only recently, actually.
to what goes into your pocket.
Originally, it was Leafy.
There's literally doctors who do one surgery and make hundreds of $1,000s.
Because they were trained for decades and they had to go to
So
school.
are we.
You went to
I can do one stream and I can't make as much as a doctor. L career path, bro. L career path. Like you, the chat for the 12.
school to be a content creator.
Streamer University.
Adapt is a top tier variety and IRL streamer. 12,000 viewers per stream. 1 million followers. And peaking as high as 45,000 concurrent viewers. Thank you, Leg, for the 4 months.
How you doing, bro?
Good, how you doing?
Alex.
Gabe.
Gabe, how we doing?
I'm doing good. So first of all, I want to say I do respect all of you for what you do.
Wait, what's his job? College professor. I will be honest, he did give off some Walter White vibes a little bit.
I mean, you guys do work, but you do not work as hard as people who have a regular job.
You don't know that.
I mean, that I do know it for sure. It's very clear. People have to wake up and do their routine over and over again. It's not a daily thing, it's a weekly thing, it's a monthly
Why is Vsauce here?
thing, it's a yearly thing, it's a life thing. And if they screw up, they lose their jobs. And they always have to be careful because if they do something weird, they say something weird to their coworker or their boss, they're gonna lose their job. If you lose some
Walter White metastasis. You mean Walter Blanco? It looks nothing like him, dude. Okay, it looks 2% like him. Instead of Walter White, it's just like Walter Blanco.
followers.
I gotta watch Metastases. I have to.
Because of something you say, you'll get other followers, and you have a large following enough where there's enough of a range of perspectives that people will always be on board for you as long as you're producing content. People who screw up at their jobs and lose their jobs, and maybe there's a recession, there's not a lot of jobs, as could be now. You know, they get potentially homeless or worse.
That's the weird thing about streaming as well. Anything that is bad for society helps streamers. COVID helped streamers so much because everyone was stuck at home and they had nothing to do apart from watch YouTubers and watch streamers.
What's that? Yeah, of course I've heard of it. But how many people have been canceled and came back?
When someone is called out on social media for something they did or for an opinion in the present or past, turns society against them and it goes viral, ruining that person's career or online popularity.
Your boss is not going to be loyal to you if you don't get that thing in on time 5 times.
I can't take the word cancel culture seriously anymore, man. It's like saying woke.
Check it
You're
out.
done.
Okay, so listen, but to be able to get that loyal following of people that do follow you,
Yes.
you need to build that over years
Okay.
and years and
Okay.
years and hours of
Okay.
trust
All right.
and communication
Sacrifice.
and intimate relationships with your audience.
Okay, so
that's not something that's just given to you.
Look,
That
the
you
things-
don't just fall into 1 million subscribers, 2
Of
million
course
subscribers,
not.
3 million
Of course
subscribers.
not. It takes work for sure. But like what you guys are talking about in terms of like the toll it takes on you, a large part of it, and let me tell you something, I'm a little older than you guys, so a large part of it is just general angst from being young, and you just happen to have a camera in front of you and like talking to people or whatever, but at the same time, like you're doing exactly what most people are doing, which is dealing with life stuff, and that's normal. Like the mental toll that it takes dealing with people and getting.
And isn't that weird as well? As a streamer, you can actually monetize that. If something happens to you, you can actually talk about it and then make it into a video and then run ads on it or talk about it on stream.
Comments and this and that. That's what.
Isn't that so strange?
Everybody deals with, but you don't have to wake up at 6 in the morning and get to your job and then be there and like be on the whole time, no matter what. Anyone who has a 9-to-5 has to do that.
I said, what do you do?
Well, I'm a college professor, so I have to do that same
So
sort
you
of.
just gotta come in and teach the same shit for the next 10, 15 years?
Yes, you're right.
Come on, bro.
We
already know what you're doing.
We have to produce new shit every day.
What loadout am I going to have on Warzone today, guys? Do I run with the suppressor or not? These are the choices.
For me in particular, to Silky's point, you're a college professor, so you're essentially reteaching the same curriculum to the same students.
That I had to take
what I'm
years
saying?
to learn, but
you know
yes.
what I'm saying? But I started making content when I was 12 years old.
Okay.
It started out playing Call of Duty trick shot. I don't think anybody in this room could hit a crane shot. I don't know if anyone in this room could quick scope.
I don't know if that's something to be proud of, but okay.
So I had to do that for 4 years,
Okay.
right? And then I'm like, okay. Then I had to do YouTube for 4 years,
Okay.
right?
All right.
And then I had
Why does he say have to? Like he was forced.
to do FaZe Clan, build FaZe Clan out, fix FaZe Clan, and then
Okay.
do streaming.
Okay.
So
And
you're
with how many
constantly-
people helping you?
How many people helping me?
Yeah.
Come on now.
For which stages?
All of them. There were a lot. You had a team.
When I was
Someone in chat just said, guys, I had to record a Vine today. It was very hard.
Was it just you? Like
no. It
Okay.
was just me. There's receipts of this.
It wasn't built on the shoulders of anyone?
There's receipts on YouTube of me.
Okay, well, where did YouTube come from?
When I was
How did
13,
YouTube become so easy?
They're so rude. Yeah, I know it's rage bait, but like they could have some manners, eh?
Because a bunch of people worked their butts off 9 to 5, making it a thing.
That's
and
what
if
you
it
did
didn't
for this
exist,
point.
if it didn't exist.
I could not imagine being a teacher, man. That would be hell. Before my parents worked with the company and helping me do merch and stuff like that, because we do all our merch in-house. Like, they used to both be teachers. And like the stories they would say, it was just hell. And like, you were paid nowhere near enough to deal with that stuff.
You couldn't press play, you couldn't press record, and then just talk.
The fact that you have a campus to teach on. Then boom, there you go.
Right, but I also had to spend years earning my credentials and mastering.
And I did it.
Come on, guys. Your credentials are playing video games. I play video games on my spare time. Come on, guys.
So you just want to get paid to play video games. It's okay. We understand.
I'm Vicky, and my perspective is coming from a hair and makeup artist, physical job. Doesn't seem like any of you guys can even compete with the physicality.
brother.
You guys this is.
I know how to do a
just
3-strand braid.
Just sitting on your butt and talking into a microphone.
know.
Is very
Imagine doing that. Just sitting down and talking into a microphone. I couldn't imagine that.
different. Very different than having to get up in the morning, carry all of your gear. You've got to carry all of your hair, makeup, all of your supplies. You have to haul it around, get up early in the morning. You stand on your feet all day. You never sit down.
I hear you, I hear you.
You're breathing in toxic chemicals all day.
All right, can I talk?
Hairspray.
Listen, so your whole thing.
So it's dangerous.
Listen, bet.
Your
Just
job
chill,
isn't
chill.
dangerous.
Bet.
Your job isn't physically taxing.
Why do they not let people finish their argument before they cut them off? Like, it's already like 7 against 1, bro. Just let her finish her piece. Holy.
You're just talking into a
So
microphone.
bet, listen. So your whole thing. Your whole thing is we can't do what you do, right?
It's not
No,
physical.
but
I'm saying that
I
a
just-
9 to
y'all let
5
me talk for a
job where
second.
you physically have to do
So-
some hauling around stuff.
So
and
physically, I physically
you're
can't
just
haul
talking
around
into a microphone.
bags of like makeup. You physically could never trick shot. You could not hit a crane shot. You can't 1080. You can't hold a controller and make a 200K montage. You can't.
man.
No one in here can.
Come on, man.
None of you can.
But you
none
can
of
carry
you-
some- just
None of you
some
could
hair and makeup.
physically
And you have
go
to do that for 12 hours a day.
Yes. Actually,
You're
yes.
taking them 4 days to hit a trick shot. It's taking you 4 days to hit a trick shot.
Actually, yes, I would have
Hours
to
a
do
day.
that.
And then your day is never
Yeah, it's really hard to grab the controller and then go forward and then move the camera and then press the right trigger. Very serious business.
Ever done? When you're done doing that, is your job done? Do you have to go shopping and replace
No, no.
all of the things
Wait,
that you
stop.
use?
No. Listen,
You have to
Vicky,
clean
listen,
all of
Vicky.
your gear.
You don't know about dry streaks. You don't know about hit markers.
But when you're done, you're
You
done.
don't know about if the Elgato wasn't on.
When you're
Can you
done.
imagine these things?
Oh my God.
I've actually recorded videos before my mic was muted, and it is the most tilting experience ever.
Resample. If I rendered my video in Vegas and I sent the editor the clips without disabling and resample.
Oh my God.
My montage is fucked. Your main underlining argument
Okay, they're making jokes, but it's kind of funny.
here is what you do is physically
Daily, day to day.
Okay. Your main thing is what you do is physically more taxing and
Yeah.
hard than what any of us
And
do.
dangerous.
I could say the same thing. You cannot physically trick shot. You could never. I would go as far
Okay,
as
so how many hours a day do you trick shot?
I don't think.
Bruh. They're actually baiting us. She has no idea what they're talking about.
I get that this is rage bait, but these guys are the most privileged pussies out there. They think they're tough for acting like they're 13 but look like they already had their second midlife crisis. Why do people follow these clowns?
I don't know. I think this is more like a parody video. I wanted to put it on because I just think it's kind of like entertaining to watch. But yeah, some of the arguments are just awful.
Hours a
Yeah, she's falling for the bait.
day do you trick shot? How many hours?
When I was trick shotting, it was 12 hours a day. It was however long I needed to. However
Every
long
day,
I
12
needed
hours
to.
a day
However
trick
long I
shotting?
needed to hit a clip.
12 hours a day, every day.
5 seconds.
And that clip is.
He carries a Barrett 50 cal and he jumps off of stuff.
I would have to get on Call of Duty, turn my sense all the way up to 10-10. I would have to get to last. I would have to pray to God that he would be in the right
he's not
spot,
trolling.
throw the concussion. Now I gotta have my rotations down. I gotta have my rotations.
Dead zones. Talk about the dead zones.
Talk about dead zone.
Stick drip.
Stick drip.
Thing is, for the most part, but
Thank you,
that is
Forehead, for the
not
prime.
all YouTubers that are doing something physical. A lot of it is just talking.
Yeah, but she also said it was dangerous. We could walk around IRL stream and someone could rob us or kill us.
I gotta.
Wait.
They're laughing, but that's happened recently.
I've gotten a pumpkin thrown on my head by a crackhead.
Crackhead ran up to him on stream and almost
Quoted
decapitated
his
him.
Yeah, that was definitely attempted murder. I'm just hoping one boomer absolutely shuts them down. I'm begging.
My name is Thelma. It's a pleasure to meet you, sir. I am very occupational. My last job, I worked as a librarian with elementary school children. I have been an executive secretary, legal.
These YouTubers have it so hard. I feel so sorry for them. Yeah, no, they really do have it hard. We should all just kneel right now.
Yes, yes, all that, you know, because it's who you are that you know, we create social media all the time because that's what we are. We're 9-to-5ers and we interact and have energy with people. Where I don't think that you guys have that.
We have energy.
You have false energy because you're across the screen. You're not interacting with people like we do.
So what are we doing right now?
Interacting?
What are we doing right now?
You're doing it now because we're doing a video.
Wait, isn't she debating?
Betting my son's college funds at a casino is harder than a 9-to-5.
Thank you, Birmingham, for the 10.
Making it harder for us.
Do you know that there's millions of people?
Now I'm not gonna have all y'all gang up on me.
There's millions of people who watch the video.
Yes.
Who save lives every
Yes.
day. Probably more
She's calling them out, though, and ganging up, though. Kind of based.
than doctors.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
There's people that literally stay alive because they want to watch our videos.
You know about going out and to the clubs at night, staying out till 2, 10 o'clock in the morning, trying to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning so you can get dressed.
So you was
to
having
get-
fun.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so
So, but I'm saying it's like you guys don't do the interaction. You don't touch people like this.
okay. Now,
What kind of shit's going on?
you go to the club, you get to put some shades on, and you go by your day to work. We can't do that because we have thousands of people.
But is
You're
that your
drunk,
choice?
You're high. You're
But is
hungover.
that
Just
your
get off
choice?
screen. We don't want to see you like this.
But is that your
We
choice?
don't like you like this.
You chose that. You chose this life.
That's the thing. We can't. We
And
can't
that's what's
do what
happening
you do.
now. That's what's happening now with the whole world. It's a total disconnect. When you have a 9-to-5, you dealing with people. You touching people's hearts,
We deal with
souls,
people too.
mind. No, you are not.
Do you know how many bands we meet a day?
I think. Look, I appreciate you. I appreciate you, and I respect what you do.
Do you
because
watch
I think,
any entertainment?
Oh my God.
Of course, I watch.
So do you
entertainment.
ever,
I got kids.
wait,
I got grandkids.
Do you ever laugh? Do you ever laugh?
Of course, I laugh.
So then they
We're
interact with
touching
you.
them.
But the interaction is
Did
not
it make you
real.
feel better?
When I'm
Did it
watching
make
a,
you- Wait, did it make you feel better?
What make me feel
Have you
better?
ever
It all
watched-
depends on
have you ever been
it all
entertained?
depends-
I don't think I've ever watched someone get a trick shot in card and then felt better about myself.
Ever been
Depends
entertained
on
and be like,
what's coming.
oh, I feel good.
Some of it is fake. Some of it is fake.
You see, you're not answering.
So now let me.
Okay, well, let me answer your, because I'm debating him,
Okay, yeah.
but go ahead.
Right after this, I got you.
Yeah, she makes a good point though. Like she was actually getting in on him, and then they just start ganging up on her.
Okay, all right, come on.
So when you're entertained, have you ever felt like your day was better if you watched something? You've never felt like that?
Yeah, sure.
So what's the difference with us?
The difference with you is that you guys do this 24/7. That's all you do.
Yeah.
Do you know? You just like you. Wait a minute. Somebody made a comment about, oh, I can't even go out with my girlfriend, or I can't even go out in public.
That's right.
I can go out in public and be seen.
So it's
You know what?
easier.
I'm a very social. I'm
FaZe saved my life.
a very social person. I'm very popular in where I do and where I am. I do social media.
Saying what we do has not
New
affected
deal.
people's not.
Play 5 Nights at Freddy's after this, or get that lady's hairstyle.
I already said FNAF tomorrow.
How come when I go out in public and I meet someone and they're like, oh my God, wait, I loved your videos growing up. You were my childhood. I used to watch you
Or their
every
hands
single
shaking,
day.
their hands shaking.
Like you were my child. You know how like we grew up watching Disney Channel?
Yep.
I've had kids
Ben
come
10.
up hundreds of times throughout years of my life. Have kids come up to me and say these things. So
They actually yapped so much she couldn't even get a word in. Great stuff. That was the best conversation as well. She brought up the best points.
I'm Robbie. I'm a server at an Italian restaurant.
Okay, slightly younger. We might have a chance, guys.
Come on, bro. Life's easy.
Oh, that's not fair.
He has the same menu, makes the same food every day. bro.
First thing I'm
Non-boomer spotted.
gonna say is nobody's gonna say being a nurse isn't hard, because my aunt was. That is the most difficult shit. How are you gonna disrespect your mom like
No,
that,
she
dude?
is right now.
You're gonna disrespect
She
your
loves
mom
it.
and say that your work is harder?
tells
That
me
is
it's
so rude,
Nigga,
honestly.
She works 2 of them.
Okay,
she works at 2 hospitals.
Let me ask you something.
She said it's mad easy. She could work at 2 hospitals.
No disrespect. No disrespect, but what you do, I'm not your target audience. So break it down for me, because I don't even get it.
Oh my God.
Let me ask you something.
You just said I'm not your target audience because I'm black. That's what you just said. You won't watch me because I'm black. And this is what I'm talking about. It's harder.
He has to get judged every
I gotta get judged every day. Everybody thinks I'm a hoodlum. I'm a nice guy.
He's a jolly dude.
I can't get a job because I got tats. I used to work at Costco's. I had the greatest 401k grant. That means that when I retire, I get the biggest stipend of my life. Do you know I could just sit there and just meat pack all day just to really realize that, what, maybe 20 years I'm gonna be sitting on millions?
It's kind of genius. Like, whenever someone brings up a legitimate argument, they just go full irony.
Because I worked at Costco's?
Yeah, Will.
Yeah, Will.
Okay.
I didn't have to interact with nobody, just packing meat.
Yeah, Will.
Come on, bro.
Is what you do fun?
I mean,
Do you enjoy what you do?
if I make it fun,
Do you make it fun?
I could make it fun.
Yes or no? Is what you do fun?
Not everything's fun.
What isn't fun?
The cope there.
Break it down for me. What do you do in a day? We'll swap stories. What do you do in a day?
Okay,
Oh.
so it's very stressful, right?
Not fun at all. Because this dude was talking for 20 minutes about playing video games.
Whoa. It sounds like you're jealous, I'm not gonna lie. But
You're on his diesel.
okay, so look.
Oh, he's hitting a bit. He's flying a bit too close to the sun here. I think he's striking a nerve.
Right?
So I'm jealous of a harder job.
No.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you.
Thank you. Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
that was sarcasm. You didn't read it. No, I'd like to. hear this.
No, listen. Listen to the time that I wake up. I wake up maybe 3, 4 p.m. Know what I'm saying? I'm already drowsy because I just smoked the night before. You know why I gotta smoke? Because I just deal with thousands of people. I don't even like people. I gotta deal with thousands of them.
No, let him.
No, let him stay. You gonna stay for this,
Just admits he's using drugs because he doesn't enjoy his job, by the way.
right?
Wait, but you still haven't described what you've done other than smoking
but-
pot and waking up at 4.
Okay, waking up at 4 p.m., right? Now wake up, I gotta brush my teeth, right? Gotta make sure, cause I got a lot of comments. Now, you know, he don't brush his grills. What does his real teeth look like? I gotta make sure that my yeah.
He's got Chanel
I
earrings
never-
like a bad bitch.
And there's girls in his chat too sometimes. So,
Yeah,
you know.
this, you know what I'm saying?
See him.
I gotta make sure I'm freshly saving. I'm not saving for this video. I already know what's gonna happen. It's about to be negative comments. Yo, save that little scruffy shit on your face. Cool.
Notice how he doesn't mention flossing his teeth, by the way.
So he got fat.
Now I have to game Marvel Rivals for probably 1 to 2 hours before stream. You know why? Because I don't get to game it for after work. Like I could just game it after work, bro.
No
I
energy.
can't. You know what I'm saying? You can't just do that, right? After I do that, now I gotta
All right, no, I'm on his side now. Marvel Rivals is a very unfun game to play, so no, I totally get it.
sit here and play plan with somebody what I'm gonna do for the stream today. Oh, looks like we got no content. All right, let's see if we can just scrub
Guess
something
what?
around.
No content, no money.
No content, no money. Now look, probably by 8 or 9 p.m., I'm still probably thinking I gotta do something for stream. My mind is.
Someone in chat just said, bro, this is my generation with a crying emoji.
Do you know what's crazy?
My mind
9 p.m. for him? Oh, I did my work
You
today.
already did
I did my work today.
You took the same boss already.
You're going to sleep.
I don't want to hog the space here too much, but do you know the expression, give a man enough rope?
You're losing me.
No, I don't know this. I don't know.
Basically, you're talking yourself into a hole, man. Okay, my turn. I'll be brief.
Wait, give a man a rope.
What is he?
Wait,
It means-
is that racist?
Wow.
Get this racist out of here. He has no social cues. Oh, you're back?
Dude, what? He didn't even get to say anything. What?
Rhonda.
I'm your black auntie.
Yeah,
That's what I
okay.
want to say.
Uh-huh.
You say you don't like people. It's all about relationships that you got with people. So when you say shit like that, do you really mean that?
Do I not like people?
You say
They kicked him out because the producers probably like, okay, no, he's actually making good points. We gotta, swap him out.
I'm an introvert. I'd rather be in my own space. I'd rather be by myself.
and that's okay. But what is it that you're doing that's helping other people?
What am I doing?
Yeah.
Saving lives. I'm a superhero.
He's a hero.
I'm a superhero, no cape.
Actual documented mental illness. You know how many donos and stuff I get are people telling me like, oh, you've helped like, save my life. I was in like a really bad time, like even at meet and greets and stuff. I should just say, yeah, because I'm a superhero. That'd go down really well, I think.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
You look great. You look
That's
great.
right. I'm Thelma again.
I believe 9 to 5 is harder. I mean, fuck.
It's over. Absolute boomer victory.
No. I believe.
You think streaming is so much harder. Why are you doing it?
I can't have a public relationship because of the public eye and how they judge my relationships. I had a breakup with a girlfriend
Oh, I thought I was about to say because I can't hold a normal job, which would actually be like pretty valid.
that I loved so dearly because I chose streaming.
So my
That did not answer her question, by the way. Like you're not in a relationship anymore, so you can't stop streaming.
question.
Nah,
again-
I loved her.
My question.
I loved her, and you're laughing.
My question again. My
No one's talking about your ex, bro. Holy projection. What?
question. If you think it's so much harder, why are you doing it?
Because I'm passionate about it.
Okay, so you love it. You love streaming. So do you love it more than you loved that girlfriend?
That's what I had to decide.
Oh.
I had to make sacrifice, and
So
that's
you-
what you have to
so
do.
you lost
with
the
streaming.
human touch.
But guess what? If I had a 9 to 5,
lost the human
if I was
touch
flipping burgers,
for-
I could have had a girlfriend still.
But you lost the human touch for the streaming.
Being a streamer, you have to be judged on thousands of people's opinions every single day. 9 to 5 person, maybe one,
But,
2, 3.
okay, and
What are you on about, bro? Like you saying flipping burgers? Like, you know how much like abuse people in that job get? What? Are you for real? That's like one of the worst places you can work for like
I
relations
swear if
with
I hear
people.
someone complains about having to do basic goddamn hygiene in life, things am gonna crash out.
Thank you, Chu Hong Shu, for the 10.
back to my point. Is that your choice? Was that your choice?
But that's not the point, though. The point
No,
is
that's my point. That's my point.
streaming is harder.
Was
than 9 to 5.
that
That's the point.
you gave up your girlfriend for streaming? Come on now.
Shit, he ran up a bag. He ran up a
I
bag.
ain't gonna lie,
He did it for a bag.
But the thing is, it comes to a point. Do I pick love and a future with someone I care dearly for? Or do I pick
something that I
future
love?
Something that I'm passionate about and motion. I pick motion.
Just yapping about his ex for 5 minutes.
Lala Costa? Amazing name.
I'm an attorney.
She makes a percent off people's fuck ups. I like that.
If you had an opportunity to get a 9 to 5, that you
Thank you, man, for the 8. This makes streamers look like out of touch assholes. Well, the thing is, like, it's really obvious the video's rage bait. It's really obvious. Like, it's obvious they got a bunch of boomers together. Most of them are probably family. And then they've just had, like, you know, oh, let's just do this huge bit where we seem really out of touch. But you can tell when, like that guy that asked them earlier, he was actually asking some hard-hitting questions, and they just didn't know how to respond. So they just went full irony. You know, the guy just kept, like, ironically pulling the race card and stuff.
Could create yourself. Like whatever you want.
Yes,
9
I
to
would.
5. You would take it?
Yes.
Because why?
Because I don't even enjoy streaming anymore.
You don't?
Every streamer ever.
What? Come to this side.
No, but I have to because this is what I built my career off of.
You
started.
feel stuck.
Bro, I think he's actually being serious as well.
I feel stuck, yeah.
Have you ever watched a show and you stopped watching it? Have you ever watched a show and you were like,
All the time.
it's the same thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I have to.
That TV show can't. It's done. What happens to all those actors?
It's
after that?
canceled
They gotta
because I
go to-
stopped watching?
Well, no, I'm saying if thousands
Baby,
of thousands of you
Honey.
stop watching.
I think you guys are mixing all
Yeah,
the issues.
Cartoon Network. It's like
and
they
not
got millions of
focusing
people.
on-
You guys know what Cartoon Network is?
If your
It's gone.
stop, would you come up with a different brand then?
All those people are gone. Yeah, but pivot. That's the point.
No, that was what. Why do we keep cutting the combos off too early? That was a good one. Like, he actually fully like broke character there. He was like, "Yeah, I don't like." Because, dude, I will be honest with you. Most streamers don't enjoy streaming. I have some days where they enjoy it, but genuinely, a lot of them don't. I think Asmongold enjoys booting up his PC every day to just watch Donald Trump clips. Probably not, but like, you know, if you're getting like a couple $1 million a month from doing it, then yeah, you'd keep doing it. I don't like streaming. I love streaming. I hate you. I hate you personally, Potato27.
Nice to meet you.
I'm a professional model, but
Okay.
I've
Does he even read Twitch chat? No. Thank you, Asmongold, for the 10.
worked since I was at the age of 14.
Okay.
I was a gamer too.
I just think personally, like I agree with Jason that I think streaming does take a certain.
Bros debating skills from Destiny Stephen Bonnell University.
More stop than a 9 to 5, and I also think everybody in here, right? If you guys all try to be a streamer, right, and then we all try to do what you guys do,
You get L's in your chat.
the probability of everybody here trying to be an attorney is way higher than somebody making.
0.4 to 0.42 of Americans are likely to be licensed practicing attorneys, equivalent to about 1 in every 240 people.
Absolutely, your job is just got lucky because
Yeah.
you're a gamer.
Yeah.
You got lucky.
No, it is luck. It is luck. In this industry, it's luck. Like, it's perseverance that keeps you relevant, but to get that initial boost of like being recognized, it's luck. It always is luck. I will never understand YouTubers that say that they, studied Reddit, or what was that thing that Dream said? Like, I studied Reddit. It's like, no, you piggybacked off PewDiePie because PewDiePie's Minecraft videos were making him like $3 million a month. Like, that was the biggest thing in like the English speaking world of YouTube. Like, you leached off that, and that's fine. Like, most creators leech off something to get relevant. It's like how I was just leeching off that MLG scene and then like leafy commentary videos.
There's so many people
I was
like you
just- I was
out
talented.
there.
It wasn't
These
pure
days,
luck.
everybody's an influencer. Come on.
It's a mix of luck and skill. Yeah, I'd say that's fair.
No, but
So many.
Luck is definitely a huge aspect to it, though.
No. But specifically what I do,
No, I'm not saying an attorney has anything to do with luck. That's actual dedication and time. I'm talking about streaming.
I'm not posting selfies around the world. It's basically all pure talent.
Okay.
Can I just why is he lucky? Why do we all get lucky though?
What is your talent?
Yeah.
Call of Duty. I was a professional Call of Duty player, like actual like. The
So you were
gaming.
sitting at home and you're thinking, what am I going to do with my life while you were gaming? You're like, oh, let's put a
I was
camera.
16, so it wasn't really like
yeah,
that.
you weren't really thinking
Honestly, I wish one of the guys sat down here to FaZe and they said, what would you do if they removed Fortnite and Warzone? They would just be mind broken.
of what should I do with my life? Like, what should I study? What should I like? Where does my life go? You just got lucky.
It's not luck. It's
because
just he's determined. He knows that's the only route.
He didn't get lucky. He put in hours.
Yeah, no.
That's what we do too. We go to
it
school,
wasn't
we
luck.
study.
Everybody's a
Studying
little bit of
Reddit
luck. I
is-
think people who don't have a job, they feel they want to get lucky by getting a job. So I think people even having a job is some sort of luck.
He said, how many people of us could do this? No, it's luck. It's 1 of a million because for whatever
How is
reason.
that luck? If 1 out of a million, that one has to be the best. So how are you going to dismiss
Bro, you guys saying you're the best? Come on.
Is
all
he
his
the
hard
best?
work and all of his
Is he
talent?
the best?
I got
Is
four.
he?
I got
No,
fourth
no,
last
but
year. No. Let me give my statistics. There was over 300,000 people that played Warzone last year. This is the game that I play.
Okay.
I got 4th. So I was a top 12 player across the entire world.
And you're telling him
I'm not doubting that he isn't good, but like, bro, just admit there's luck involved in this.
So that's not luck. That's
like
pure
less than
that's
1%.
pure skill.
So you're dismissing, is Michael Jordan lucky? Is LeBron James lucky?
Yes.
Are they lucky?
I mean,
No,
they have a
worked.
talent. They have
They
a
worked.
talent.
They had a
but
team.
as,
So what
you
do
know
you-
how many talented people out there and don't get the chance, they don't get the shot at it?
I don't want to take up his time. So he's not talented?
No, that's not what I'm saying. Not
That's
at
what
all.
you just said.
You just
No.
said.
No, she's oh my God, holy dense. She's talking about being like, it's luck based to get that initial recognition.
What he did
I
to get
Holy misconstruing the point.
said a lot of people are talented don't get the shot to do what he does.
Or people who
So
make it
it's
to the
luck.
NBA.
But I didn't even get a shot. It was I did it off the strength of me. You know, there was no one who gave me a shot or anything like that. I simply was just, you dead ass?
Yo, you being serious?
Why you laughing?
Why they laughing, bro?
It's not luck. I've been doing this for 13 years. I
The guy laughing because it's just obviously FaZe that bumped him.
uploaded 3,000 videos. 2,000 was I edited myself while I went to college, worked a job, and still went to school.
And yeah,
So that's not. I mean, if that's fucking,
stand on it, stand on
if
it.
that's luck,
I don't doubt he's not talented. I don't watch his streams, but if he's saying like 4th best in the world or like, you know, America or whatever, like fair enough. But there is still this luck aspect to getting that recognition initially.
where's the luck at in that equation?
Like, there are people that are like number one speed runners in the world on games.
Streaming
They
is
get
just
no
like a
recognition.
simulator for the average unemployed Birmingham resident. Wake up at 3 p.m. to play Fortnite in your underwear all day and start fake beef with your neighbors. All is good as long as you turn off mods on TF2 on August 27th.
What mods? What mods? I don't remember. What happened on August 27th? I don't remember. I actually don't remember. Thank you, Skibbity Toilet, for the 10. Appreciate it. What's this donor?
Again.
is there a percentage? We are all lucky
Hello,
in some way,
Pyro.
right?
I have recently bought her merch and am a little disappointed. For one, I don't see any twink message on the merch or an engrave of the time you showed her feet on stream. Would it be possible to get a refund?
We do refunds, but not because of that.
We all have a job. We're lucky in some sort of way, but
God bless.
off of specific pure talent.
You need to be caught in the algorithm and keep getting recommended. Yeah, it's like I mentioned this last stream. It's like I've got like 1 million subscribers on this channel, right? And then like 4 on the main. But it's like I go on my video analytics and I see where people came from. And it's like 4% are actually from subs. The rest is all just recommended.
And I worked on that since I was 16.
Again,
Subs just absolutely mean nothing, genuinely.
I work with many talented people. I'm not saying about you.
Yeah.
Just talk in general. And there's so many people that are very talented, never get a shot because they don't do the right
There are probably people that are better than him and they never get any views. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, this is what I mean, exactly.
thing. They don't go the right path. They don't meet the right people. So there are so many even talented actors here. They never get a shot. So I'm just saying it's pure luck.
It wasn't luck. I just saw an opportunity and just genuinely took it. It was
Like he is talented. I can agree on that. I'm not saying he's not talented. But again, like he made the right it's not just the talent, it's networking. He went to LA or wherever FaZe clan is. You know, he did that networking. He got himself an actual platform. There was effort put into that as well, definitely. But yeah, it's like someone said in chat, there'll be people that are better than him at Warzone, but like they never did any of that networking, maybe because they didn't have the opportunity to. So they'll just never get noticed.
wasn't a handout. It was simply just, you know what, I'm talented at Call of Duty. This is what I want to do. It took me 8 years to make it a career. Is there something funny?
It's a freaking video game.
It's a talent.
Permission to dick ride? Hey, he's made tens of
Oh, mate, you've been dick riding the entire fucking video. Come on.
millions of dollars playing video games, so.
Exactly, that's that privilege. That's that privilege.
But I'm saying though, you couldn't hop on a game and do what I do.
You couldn't do it.
That's a skill.
Your son couldn't do it.
Some
Your
people-
grandkids couldn't do it.
Some people
Your
can't.
son's grandkids could never do it. They could never do it.
Anything that takes a talent.
The genes are done. They can't do it. They can't.
How many hours a day did you spend?
Bro does not need permission to dick ride yet.
When I was younger?
Yeah, when you were younger, dude.
Oh, I would wake up 3 hours before school. So I wake up at 4 a.m. and I would play before school. Bus would come at 7. I go to home, come back, and do it again. I was 16. What's funny?
See, there's a disconnect here, because to you guys, when you guys were growing up, yes, it was just video games, it was whatever. But when we were coming up, we're like, wait, maybe we can make this career. Maybe if we get good enough at it, and we create.
Do you not
good
think
enough
do you not
content,
think if you're talented at something, it's a God-given gift?
Video games is not like.
You don't think you don't think it's talent.
You're just too old to understand.
That's I can't argue that because
Y'all could
I
never
gotta
play
keep it a-
FNCS either. It's
I
the
gotta
same
keep it
shit.
a buck. There's a disconnect.
Same
You come
shit.
from
I think it is talent. I think I will agree with these guys. Unfortunately, it is talent, but they're really glossing over the fact that, like, you know, the fact that they're in this like syndicated network and stuff like that. It is bordering on like almost nepo.
from a generation where this didn't exist. His career.
It's like being good at video games is one thing, but then it's the networking, it's the establishing, it's getting the brand deals, all that kind of stuff.
Looked at this career
And a lot of these people joined FaZe when it was already established. They didn't have to do any of the groundwork.
you laughed. Now,
So it's like everyone else is taking the stairs and they just get like an escalator.
how come in colleges they're teaching courses on content creation and esports?
Oh.
When you grew up, this didn't exist, so no wonder you're gonna laugh when you hear this shit.
Yeah, when they make really bad points like this, you can tell that they actually got irked a little bit and they've dropped the irony.
Because you're from a completely different generation. You just don't get it, and I don't know if you ever will be able to wrap your head around it.
Oh.
And it's fun. But it's like,
And that's
again, it's
okay.
Oh, you gotta fight back.
That's
You gotta
okay.
fight back. I'm not gonna lie.
Nice meeting you.
I'm Ronnie.
Ronnie, nice to meet
This
you.
past,
My name's Ronnie.
you were talking about job security. Are you familiar with layoffs, with being furloughed? Like taking it back to. That's being what? What does that even mean?
You lose everything. Every dollar. Everything. You lose everything.
Okay, and then you can rebuild yourself back. You
The same way
reinvent.
you can do if you get laid off. You get a
Yeah,
new
that's
job.
it's kind
okay.
of is it not the same concept? Like
I don't know. Back in 2020, when everybody was getting.
Bruh, it's like they're talking about falling off, but they're literally all together in a network. If one of them falls off, they're going to help each other out because it helps all of them in the long run. Have you seen the new, thank you, Grill for the 5, you seen the new Walton Files? Yeah, I watched it yesterday.
Getting furloughed, everybody was like, "Oh, let me go to social media." That's kind of
Widespread furloughs happen because of COVID. Force businesses to close. Yeah, it's like what I mentioned earlier. It's like COVID would have actually helped streamers.
an easy alternative. So that seems kind of easy.
I know, but if you lose a job, you can't.
just get another
Thank
one.
you, Amelia, for the
can't search
22 months.
You have an opportunity to search for another one. No?
Okay, I've been searching for another one for 10 months. I interview every day, give the same spiel, have to give that smile of walking through my resume.
I uploaded videos for 7 years and barely got any views.
And did you you uploaded 7 videos and didn't get any views
went to school, and still.
and paid rent?
Yes,
Layoff equals Twitch ban. I'll be honest, if anything, getting a ban now is like a benefit. I keep seeing Tectone, he keeps being banned on Twitch, and then he makes a stream talking about it and gets like double the viewers. Like, if you go into a controversy like that, it actually just benefits you.
It worked. I worked.
Oh, so that you had another job.
As a parking attendant, yes.
Okay, and was that harder
Then what?
than streaming?
No, I was on my phone all the time.
Oh, as a parking attendant, that doesn't sound like you were doing a very good job.
I was chilling.
You were chilling. You weren't good at
Wait,
your
he's
job.
waiting for.
Yeah, when cars park, they're done. Like it doesn't.
Okay.
I don't have to.
Well,
I'm not security.
That's
I just
a
go.
one
I go like this. I
9
go
to
like this. Yo, right there. I bet. Do you think an aspect of a video game, playing video games, is a talent?
I would say it's a skill. I wouldn't call it a talent. You can master it with,
But people
my next.
millions play video games, but there are very few people who are genuinely gifted at it.
Gifted? What are they, Mozart?
How is it
Dude, he's talking like a chess kid at school.
not a talent? Why is it not a talent what he does?
You know what? I'm open to it being a talent. I think it's a skill. I think it's something you can master. I don't think you're a Mozart that you have this gift of like, whoa, when I put my thumb here and this thumb there and do this combo, I do this
You'd be
flip.
surprised. I mean, there's people out there who are genuinely
They have their opposable
the
thumbs
most
like
gifted-
so good.
That's like saying, here's a paintbrush, go paint me Picasso.
Yeah, that's
like, what?
I'm saying this is so hard. If there's certain games that have $1 million prize pools, if there's a skill you could just learn and you're looking for a job for 10 months, go pick up a controller and go hop in this $1 million tournament and win it.
You
could win it.
You could.
Is anyone else siding with the woman? The problem is with her argument's just going to be complete ass because she doesn't get it. The younger guy got it. The white woman earlier, the one that got the Asian kid to like kind of break character a bit and talk about not enjoying streaming, like they made good arguments. With her, they're just fucking with her because like she doesn't get it.
You couldn't
qualify.
You couldn't.
What do you mean I wouldn't
You can't even find your OBS stream key. Stop playing.
I need to work for it, but
So like, but you're dismissing what he does. You're just dismissing.
I'm
Like,
not
oh,
dismissing.
It's not,
I'm saying
it's
that's
not a
easy.
skill. It's not a talent.
I
Like,
said it's a skill.
it's
I didn't
easy.
say it's a talent. I said it's a skill. It's a skill that
But
you can
how
hone.
do you
can
know?
master.
How do you know if it's easy if you haven't done it? Like if you
I've
don't.
played Mario Kart. I've played other
not
games.
Not a professional level though.
No, not a professional level because that's not what I'm trying to pursue.
I know, so but you don't understand what it takes to be on that sort of level. So how can you try to dismiss it and say it's yours is harder?
What
How do
is-
you know?
what
how
does
do
it
you
take
know?
to be on that
Because
level?
I've worked at 9 to 5.
Yeah.
So,
The way that I see it, the way that I see this argument, I'm just gonna make an argument now because like she's just gonna be waffling and then they'll cut her off. But like it's like what I said earlier. It's like imagine if you were like the best gamer in like I don't know what's a good game I can find here. What's a good game I can find on my Steam? Let's have a look. Let's say you were the best gamer in the world at Tribal Hunter. Okay? So, if you were the best gamer in the world at Tribal Hunter, and let's say we're in like an alternate reality where Tribal Hunter is like a very popular game, you know, you got all the collectibles and stuff like that. Okay. That's great. You'd post like speedruns on YouTube, you'd stream it, you'd get loads of views. But where'd you go from there? I feel like a lot of the people in this group have been given a leg up by joining FaZe. It's almost like, you know, you're like a really good singer or something, and then a manager comes over to you and says, I really like that, you should come work for us. Like, they're getting a leg up that most people will never see. And then people will make the argument saying, well, you know, that person got that opportunity because they're skilled, because they're talented. And it's like, yeah, they did, true. They're not going to pick up someone who's like shit at video games or shit at singing. But at the same time, there are so many people out there that would be better, objectively better than these people, but they were unfortunate enough to never get that luck where they had the opportunity of being able to get picked up by a talent agency or by a manager. Like, could you imagine if you lost the life lottery or something and you were just born in like a third world country or something and you never had the ability to make these connections or anything like that, or English wasn't your first language and it wasn't viable? It is luck. It is that there is an aspect of luck to this, and they just won't admit that. Like, there is skill, yeah, 100%, but there is also a lot of luck. Thank you, Slop, for joining.
What does it take to be on that level?
just gift, and you got to play all
Just
the time.
gift?
Yeah, it's soft nepo. It's not full nepo because it's not like actual family and stuff or like friends, but it's kind of soft nepo.
Tens of thousands of hours of work in editing and filming and constantly
I'm just
having
talking
to
about pure
innovate and
skill. As far as like the
reinvent
videos and stuff like that, just off pure skill.
I had to put tens of thousands of hours into my studies.
It's like it's people like Lyric and Soda Poppin', right? They're huge streamers. They got their foot in the door first on Twitch. They were streaming when it was called Justin TV, the little monkey holding the camera. It is always going to be, and this argument you cannot refute, it's always going to be right place, right time. No matter how talented you are, no matter how amazing you are, there are so many people that could probably do a better... There are so many people out there that could do better videos than me. Either now or when I did MLG or, all the old Let's Play stuff. They would do such a better job than me. They would have so much more charisma than me, so much more talent than me. And they just, for whatever reason, they didn't get recognized by a management or like the algorithm, anything like that. So, to say it's not luck and it's all skill, it is the fattest fucking cope I've heard in my life.
Harping, could you?
I have no idea what you said.
Could you get a refresh going into second zone with no mats? Can you get a refresh on the best players? You
I
couldn't.
can also I can circle back and give you
know how to
different
short
terms.
Don't say Dolan. I'm going to take the whole argument back if you say Dolan.
When you're trying to get to third
He's leeching off me! He's doing exactly what I said.
zone, third moving.
If he makes it big, it's because he leeched off me.
You know how to short...
No, I don't, but
Exactly,
if I want...
you couldn't, but Excel sheet? You can do Excel sheet.
No, but exactly.
They're just talking game.
These
As
refreshes
a
don't come to you.
babysitter, I can talk to you about the different things I do and ask you, could you do that? No, but if you wanted to, you would.
If us four...
Yeah, they're just fucking with a lit art degree woman. Like, this is going nowhere.
Took 3 days.
Bruh, this video was such an L. Like, they could have actually brought people on that could have tried to debase them, but they played it so safe.
I believe we can master an Excel sheet.
Oh.
But let me give you, if I give you 3 days about a video game, do you think you could be that talented as me?
If I wanted to, I would.
Could you learn chess in 3 days? Could you be a grandmaster in chess? Could you get a black belt in karate in 3 days? Like, what kind of argument is that, bro? Could you be as good as me, something that I've done for 8 years? Could you learn it in 3 days? What a non-argument. And then she just fed into it and said, yeah, I could.
So let's pay for her, whatever it is. Give you 3
please.
days, but if you lose, you got to give us it back in double.
No, that's not how the job works. You pay me, I'll get the job done.
What she should have said and turn around to them is like, so if I get as good as him, are you going to pick me up in a management company and boost me as well? Or am I just going to have to like grind on my own without being able to network or anything?
I would say, in a sense, yes, because you have to put in the work and you got to be on 24/7.
Like, don't get it twisted. Streaming, like, okay, I know the title of the stream. I know it's like base. Streaming can actually be hard sometimes. Like, depending on, you know, like you are just sat down on your ass and you're talking to a camera, which is like the easiest job in the world. But it's the same with a lot of things where it's like, if you're not in the right headspace or, you know, like if you're not as like high energy, people pick up on that like instantly. And then, you know, it's just not a good stream. It's not a good experience. People like feel like they've wasted their time, that kind of thing. But yeah, to even try and compare it to being harder than a 9 to 5, bruh.
It's difficult to answer that question for us, I think, because we didn't come up in this time frame in this era. So and technology is totally different now, because we were just talking about playing tic-tac-toe on the sidewalk with cop. I appreciate and respect
Yeah, it would apply to real jobs, but even more so.
what they do, and I
Because with you guys, if I'm not feeling it, I can just turn off the stream. Like someone that's working like a 9 to 5 and they got to speak to people, you can't just like walk out the building.
think that's the consensus for most of us, that we appreciate and respect where they are. But it's not, what we did was, we just feel like what we did was hard. And that's what I think.
So my mind was changed in the sense that
I mean, the guy earlier talking about his girlfriend and stuff, it was yapping a bit. But the one thing that he makes a good point on is like, you know, if you're going through something like mentally, if you're not in a good headspace, for example, and then, you know, you can't really stop streaming because then, you know, you still need to make income. Like if you're only streaming, if you're not doing videos or anything like that,
now,
you know, like mental health does play into it a fair bit as well, I'd say.
I'm even more
But yeah, it's just such a cope to say it's like harder than a 9 to 5.
convinced that normal jobs are harder.
All right. Thank God that is out of the way. Oh my God. That was a rough watch, man. That was a really, really rough watch.